Reed, also known as Trey, a brilliant and bright student at Delta University in Grenada, Mississippi, was recently found hanging from a tree on the university's campus. There are reports that Trey was covered in bruises and had 2 broken legs, so they expect us to believe that with 2 broken legs, Trey hobbled over and hoisted himself up in the tree. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit. Trey Reed's family is going to need all of our support and all of our voices. Y'all know what to do. We need justice for Trey Reed.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. What's up? So today we're talking about this disturbing story that just came out of Mississippi. A 21-year-old black man, Trey Reed, was found dead on the campus of Delta State University. The story around his death is not adding up at all. The way authorities are handling it has left his family and the community at large demanding answers. But I'm not going to share all the details just yet. I want you guys to see the videos for yourselves first. But I will say this, right? When we hear stories about black men dying in questionable circumstances, history teaches us to pause, to, ask questions and to remember the painful truth of what has happened before, right? Credit goes to the original creators of the clips. Let's watch and we'll be back with some commentary.
Thank you, my baby. I don't wish this on nobody.
A black kid was found hanging from a tree in Mississippi, and something really doesn't add up about this entire story. Early morning Monday, 21-year-old Trey Reed was found hanging from a tree right in the middle of Delta State University's campus in Cleveland, Mississippi. His body was discovered around 7 a.m. near the pickleball courts. Now, University Police Chief Mike Peeler confirmed the discovery and said that foul play is not suspected. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is involved, and Trey's body was released to the coroner for an autopsy. But here's the problem. Almost immediately, family and friends started saying something very different, that Trey's arms and a leg were broken. The coroner pushed back, saying that he didn't see broken bones in his exam, which leaves us with 2 very different stories. The official version and the one people closest to Trey believe. Now, Delta State shut down classes and canceled events, though no lockdown was issued. Officials said there was no ongoing threat, but let's be real. A black man found hanging from a tree in Mississippi will never feel straightforward. History matters here. Generations of lynchings and cover-ups mean people are skeptical, and honestly, can you blame them? And I don't give my personal opinion a lot on these types of things, but personally speaking, I don't think that a black kid would take his own life in a way that looks like a lynching. That's why this case is raising so many questions. So let me ask you, what do you guys think? Do you trust the official line that no foul play was involved, or is there more to Trey Reed's story than we're being told? Make sure you follow this page, because I'll keep bringing you updates as they come in, and there's going to be a lot more.
I'm going to tell y'all what I know about Mississippi. Whoever did that probably has some type of tie to their police department, or their police department just does not give a damn, or somebody from the police department did it. That is how they roll in Mississippi, and it's not a surprise to anybody. What is a surprise, but not really, is the amount of people that felt it so necessary to break their silence and make a public speech 48 hours ago, but are conveniently not talking about it now, not talking about something that needs attention now. But when it came to old boy, they just had to say something. I just have to speak on it. I have to say something. But they're saying nothing now. They're not condemning violence now. Where are their thoughts and prayers now? Where is their Bible verse now? Nobody has a scripture on their heart. Nobody wants to break the Bible out. Nobody is coming as a Christian. None of that. None of it. Why aren't they talking about Trey Reed?
In the past 10 years in Mississippi, there's been at least 5 black men found hanging from trees. Willie Jones Jr., Otis Byrd, Philip Carroll, and unfortunately recently we had to add Trey Reed. And believe it or not, each one of those deaths were ruled as suicide. So far, only one of those cases have been disputed. That's Willie Jones Jr. The investigation is still ongoing in 2025, but we kind of know how that's gonna end. Right now with Trey Reed, the police is saying that there's no foul play. Just imagine a black man knowing the history behind being lynched, us going out and killing ourselves by hanging ourselves from a tree. Trey Reed, don't forget that name. A 21-year-old college student at Delta State University. That could be your son, that could be your cousin. Help us put the word out there. And don't worry about if the mainstream news ain't saying nothing right now. These days we ain't gotta worry about that. We got power right here. What you looking at right now. Don't go to blaming the mainstream news. They ain't the full blame. It's up to you too. Use your power. We are not buying that no foul play. At this point, you gotta question the people who's supposed to be protecting you too. So as long as we have breath in our body, we won't sleep until we get real answers.
He didn't deserve to die for his views, just like he didn't deserve to die for his skin color. He didn't deserve to die for his views, just like he didn't deserve to die for his skin color. Y'all can say what y'all want. This entire weekend, I stayed away from all of these topics, from school pum-pums to the Kirk situation to now this Reed situation at Delta University. Okay? Regardless of what, our country is in a sad space right now where we are picking and choosing on who deserves to live or die and how important it is to all of us. Okay? We can't come together as a community because we are too busy looking at the news and saying, is this person white or is this person black? Y'all want us to come together and rally and make sure we stand behind y'all and push the agenda for this when this has been happening to us for hundreds of years. I'm a firm believer that our country is in a state of turmoil because it thrives off of us being separated. Both of those situations are sad. Regardless of views on either one of the people, nobody deserves to die and nobody should have the power to decide whether somebody lives or dies because of their views or skin color. At some point, we all got to sit down and see what the media is doing to us and realize right is right and wrong is wrong. I have stayed away for a matter of 5 days because I didn't want to comment on these topics. I really didn't, because it's sad and it's like it's a cyclical thing every single month with the same type of topics. At some point, we have to ask America as a whole, are we okay? And the answer is no, we are not. Because each person has a different value on whether they live or die in this country. And this country tends to come to our community, black community, when it needs some type of rallying up, or they want the numbers because they want people to get behind their motive. But when it comes to one of us losing our lives, it's always chucked up to no foul play and the investigation gets swept under the rug. Regardless of how this man feels about my skin color, I do not think that he should have lost his life. But before we start rallying for this, America, you have to show us that you care about this. So once again, I'm going to close this out by saying, America, are you okay? And the answer is still no. I'm just a messenger.
Hey, so for all of you guys that have been crying over Charlie Kirk, this is your opportunity to prove what you have been saying about, oh, we do care about more than Charlie Kirk. This is your opportunity right now to prove that. Whether or not you're silent about this issue is going to prove what you really truly care. Everybody on this campus is labeling this as a lynching, which it most clearly definitely is, but they're still investigating. But as always, the police are saying, oh, we don't suspect foul play. We don't suspect that anything happened involving lynching. Even though this is still under investigation, there are rumors going around that this boy had broken arms and broken legs. Now, you tell me how there would be no foul play if that is the case. I also think that it's suspicious that the coroner said, I don't really want to discuss this any further. I don't really think that I should. My own opinion is that it was self-done. I have reasons for thinking that, but I don't really want to discuss this further. That's a shady response. Now you tell me, do y'all think that they're going to be lowering the flags for Trey Reed? Do you think that the president or any of the Republicans are going to speak out against this? Do you think that any of the Republicans or Trump or his team are going to be calling for answers to this? Nobody's even talking about this. This didn't even make national news. Do y'all hear any of them saying violence isn't the answer? Because I don't. I can guarantee you they're not going to say anything about this. They're not going to make any posts. They're not going to be recording themselves crying on camera about this situation. Only when it's Charlie Kirk. Only when it's one of them. So it's our job to spread the word about situations like this because they're damn sure not going to do it. So please, if you're watching this video right now, let's not let Trey Reed's story just disappear into the wind. Speak out about it. Spread the word because we have to, because they're not going to.
This is my second video of me talking about the two men that were lynched in Mississippi today. To remind y'all, they were only an hour away from each other. Cleveland and Vicksburg, Mississippi. Both happening the same day, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were connected. But I wanted to touch on something right quick. My people are very, very silent about this situation. And you know why they're silent about this situation? It's because they're so used to it. Oh, just another black person that was killed by a white person. It's been happening. It's going to keep happening for years. So I'm not going to post about it. It doesn't fit my aesthetic. I'm not going to talk about it. And yeah, I really don't care unless it's one of my brothers, sisters, mom, or dad. And see, that's the sad thing, because black people used to be big on togetherness. We used to be in there for real. And we don't realize we done lost it. We really done lost it. We have some that are still on track, but we have some that really done lost it. The world is not gonna love black people. We have to accept that the world is not gonna love black people. And we don't realize how much power we have if we just stick together for justice. We really done lost it. I think people just done gave up along the way. I don't know what it is. And I don't care about an aesthetic. I'm going to post this because this could have happened to one of my people. I'm from Mississippi, one of the racist states in America. So if Trey Reed's our own governor won't say nothing, I will. I'm going to keep sharing it, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying their names. This man was hung at school. At the school. And they think it was a suicide while he's beat up and both his legs are broken. Can we be so for real right now? Could we really come on now? Could we? I'm telling you, it starts with us. It starts with us. The white people think we don't care. They think we don't care no more. I even had a black person tell me, "Oh, Jody, you so pro-black, girl." I'm not hearing the problem. And why are you not? Why are you not pro-black?
No foul play suspected. Huh? A lot of people don't even know this, but there was a series of hangings immediately following some of the George Floyd protests in Southern California and New York and Portland and Houston, all of whom were black or Hispanic. All of these were ruled suicides with no foul play. Concurrently to all of these hangings, nooses were starting to be found all over the country, including someone hanging a full life-size dummy in effigy miles away from where somebody found a body in Southern California. Historically, one of the functions of lynching people in this manner is plausible deniability, both by the people who are committing these horrific atrocities and also by the people supposedly investigating these atrocities, oftentimes in an effort to cover up these crimes. So when you hear that there's no foul play suspected in 21-year-old Mississippi college student Trey Reed's hanging, where his father recounts Trey going to the police to report harassment and the police doing nothing, and Trey putting pressure on the same police department for not doing anything, and Trey's family members are saying that they saw bruises all over him and possibly broken bones, you have to think, why are they saying this? Why are they not allowing Trey Reed's family to identify his body? What possible fucking reason for that could there be, you think? The other reason that people are brutally lynched like this is because it is a very effective intimidation technique. It is a brutal message delivered to people who look like the person who was targeted, delivered by people who feel the need to express their superiority, their supremacy. Considering what has happened this week, considering the fallout of political violence and the target of the fallout of political violence inevitably being marginalized communities, the timing of this is immaculate. No foul play suspected is, in my opinion, considering everything, literally unbelievable.
Tell me if this is just a coincidence. I need to know. 5 days after the unaliving of Charlie Kirk by a 22-year-old white male from Utah, allegedly, 2 hangings has happened in Mississippi on the same day. Trey Reed was found 7 o'clock a.m. in Cleveland, Mississippi, and Corey Zacchaeus was found hanging in the woods in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Same day, same state. Is this a coincidence? Or has someone heard the dog whistle blown from leadership about Charlie Kirk? Now, what's ironic is they have captured a white male for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. And allegedly, his father has received $1 million from turning him. That's right, there's reports out there saying that the father of Tyler Robinson received $1 million for turning in his son. Okay, we're going to talk about that in another video. But my question to you, is it a coincidence that 2 persons of color was alive in the same state on the same day 5 days after? Y'all tell me. And it gets worse. Who put this black man up here on the same day, hours after, to report to the public that no foul play was found and Trey Reed's unaliving, hanging from a tree? Answer those questions. I want to know, is it a coincidence or has someone heard the dog whistle from the leadership of this country? Go down in the comments and prove me wrong.
Yep. They might as well go ahead and release that video footage to Trey Reed family so they can see what really happened to him. Because what they were saying in that press conference Monday, no, it didn't add up. So I don't know if y'all seen the latest update from the press conference today about the Trey Reed case. So their attorney, Ben Crump, is demanding that all of the footage related to this incident be showed to the family. Now, at the press conference today, authorities have said that there is video footage, but they stated that that video is in the hands of their investigation team. And I know a lot of y'all probably was looking for me to cover this story, but I couldn't cover it because I didn't have all facts. And y'all know I like to give y'all only facts. So as of right now, that's about the only update that I could provide y'all. But y'all already know, as I get the updates, I will share them with you. This whole situation right here kind of hit home to me because I'm in Mississippi. And I just pray that him and his family get the justice that's deserved.
Police told Trey Reed's family that he died in his dorm room. That is what they initially told him. They lied to them. After they found him hanging on a tree in the middle of campus. The family did not know what happened on Monday, September 15th. Police and school officials are continuing to insist that no foul play went on and that this was a form of self-deletion. This campus is also heavily surveilled. It has cameras and they're refusing to share the videos with the family. They're saying it's in the hands of the investigators. The investigators who lied to the family, who are insisting it's self-deletion even though the investigation isn't done, even though the autopsy isn't done. There are also multiple reports saying that he had broken legs. How the hell did he climb up a tree if he had broken legs? And the cops' coroner office released a statement saying there were no injuries, lacerations, broken bones, blah, blah, consistent with assault. Meaning that he could have had any of these, but they just deemed it not consistent with assault. So if he had broken legs, how did he climb up the tree? Keep in mind, this campus has an extreme history of violence, and this is the state where Emmett Till was lynched in 1955. The police have come out and said that this campus is safe and things like this don't happen here. Don't worry, and we're sorry y'all are grieving. Don't piss me off. The family has hired a civil rights lawyer, and I hope and pray that they can find all the answers they need. Rest in power, Trey Reed.
Everybody in my comments talking about, no, the family didn't say that. Like, no, his bones weren't broken. There was no bruises on his body. Okay, cool. I saw their little Facebook post. They said that they're not the ones who said it. That don't mean that there wasn't no broken bones, no nothing. And I'm sorry, y'all keep saying the police confirmed this, the police confirmed that. The police also said that Kendrick Johnson fell into a mat and died of suffocation. And later found newspapers all up in his body because they took organs. I don't care what the police reports say, bro. Police are known to lie in those reports, especially if they know somebody who did it. They gonna lie to protect people. They do that. It's not impossible, okay? Y'all being very ignorant. And yes, I heard about Corey. I know. I found out later after I made that video that another man. So why are y'all sitting here in the comments talking about, oh, it's all about black people. Y'all are all being so ignorant. Like, are you serious? It's sad that both of them got hanged like that. And no, I don't think the white man hung himself like that either. Why would these people hang themselves on trees? And also, if these two incidences happen an hour away from each other, both in the same way, both got hung on trees, why are y'all sitting here trying to act like they're suicides? Are you serious? Let's be honest. It's not suicide. Why would two people end up dying the same way? They live only an hour apart from each other. Are y'all serious? Y'all are not using y'all head. Like, either way, whether it's a white man or a black man, they did not hang themselves. I don't believe that. Y'all have to think about that. Like, especially Trey Reed as a black man, if he was having suicidal thoughts and he wanted to kill himself, why would he choose the most complicated way to kill himself ever? Like, why would he climb up a tree and jump off of the tree to hang himself in front of his university publicly? That makes no sense. And I'm not trying to put no ideas in anybody's mind, but there are way more efficient ways to get that done. Easier ways to get it done. Rest in peace to Trey Reed. Prayers go out to his family, and rest in peace to Corey too. Y'all have to get out my comments being so ignorant. Like, y'all half of y'all saw the fact that I was black and y'all just started making a bunch of assumptions about me.
Go look at my page, go look at my videos, or you need to shut up. Literally, you're just racist. Shut up.
They say that there was no foul play, but they've already been caught in a lie about how Trey was found. And the university president, Daniel Ennis, hasn't even called Trey's family yet, and that silence speaks volumes. But sadly, this isn't even the first time, right? In recent years, we've seen black men found hung in public spaces. I mean, Malcolm Harsch in California, Robert Fuller, and I think there was a story of a man who was found hanging from a swing in a park. Time and time again, these deaths get ruled as suicides, even though anyone who knows our history understands black people are not choosing to lynch themselves, right? The trauma of lynching is still raw, and it's not just history, it's a wound that never healed. And not let Trey's name get swept under the rug, right? We can't let his family's call for justice get unanswered. Right? We can't let it go unanswered. The truth has to come out. Justice has to be served. Justice for Trey Reed. Right? Thank you so much for watching, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that more people can hear about this case. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear your thoughts about this. Thank you so much for watching again. And as usual, I'll see you on my next one.